Anywhere you go, anywhere you go, get it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Oh, hey, how are you? Beautiful human beings and other beings. Today is such a beautiful day. I freaking love spring. I do hear all these birds singing. That's how my heart is feeling right now. It's singing heavenly songs. I still don't have any idea what to talk about today. Maybe you've seen the title. That's because I'm gonna come up with it in the near future, hopefully. But I just thought I would spend some more time in nature because that's what I love doing, and I've been waiting for warm weather since it stopped being warm, and now it's here finally, and I just want to take the most advantage of that. That was my tripod. Thanks so much. I put my phone here. You're such a beautiful tripod, man. Yeah, grow some leaves, motherfucker. Okay, you know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about blockages. Blockages inside us that make us not feel worthy and that basically make us feel disconnected from our true self. I believe healing these blockages, traumas, whatever you want to call them, is so important because when you do it, you start becoming genuine, you start becoming who you actually are, you start doing things that you actually love, and your life becomes so much easier and so much more beautiful, for real. Like all these flowers, man. I don't know what's up with this hill up here, but it looks amazing. When I was walking here, I don't know, about 5 years ago, I was like, I need to make a movie here, like at least one scene. And I'm still thinking about it. I just don't know what it would be about. Not yet. We have all these blockages inside us because we were probably taught when we were younger that we are not good enough and that we have to do certain things to become worthy, which is totally missed. As you can probably tell, you shouldn't do things to feel loved. But heck it, that's what it happens. We have these blockages now. We can either cry like, oh, I can't be who I actually want. I don't live a life that I actually want to live. Or you can take responsibility for yourself because you're a grown up or you're becoming one. And you can start taking action in order to become who you actually are. So we gotta heal these blockages inside us. How are we going to do that? Oh, honestly, again, I hope I had a simple formula. Okay, let's just wait for the car to pass. I hope I had a simple formula, but I don't, because we are all different. As I always say, I can't just tell you do this and you will 100% feel better. I mean, you will probably 100% feel better, but maybe that won't solve your problems entirely. They might be different. It's not necessarily the lack of love that you were exposed to. There can be like infinite reasons. I have no idea. But there are certain things that we can all do that will speed up the process of self-development and to start loving ourselves again. I love this path so much. It's the one I've been talking about all the time. I'm repetitive, aren't I? What I do mostly to bring this negative, dark energy outside me is to not suppress it anymore. When I feel it in certain situations, I'm just like, oh, okay, that's inside me. What are you? Who are you? And then I just focus on it, I feel it, and then it will be there. It may be hard to feel because it's a negative emotion, obviously. But after a certain period of time, I'm just like, oh, it's not that present in me anymore. And when I realize that, it has already come out, at least a little bit. It doesn't have to go entirely. Even just partially, that's enough to make us feel way better. The more you do this, the better you will feel, and the deeper stuff will come out of you. So I would say consistency is key here. But also, you gotta know that it may take years to actually cleanse yourself. I don't even know if there's a point when you're like, okay, I'm 100% free. Well, I obviously believe there is. Yeah, I know it is. it has to be. But just know that you gotta be patient, because we've been living inside these emotions, inside these traumas for years. Like, I don't know, I'm 22. I've been exposed to these feelings for basically 22 years, maybe a bit less, who knows. And our brains are so used to these processes that are coming out of our subconscious that it became a whole new reality. I mean, it's not new, it's an old reality, but we gotta break out of it and enter a new one. And we can do this gradually. So how do you find these feelings, these traumas inside you? I don't know the technique. Maybe there is one on the internet. I gotta look it up. But what I do, I just intentionally do it. Whenever I feel it, I focus on it, I let it go, and that's it. And since you're living a life you live every day, all these traumas will come up on its own. That's who we are, that's how we react. So when we react, it will come out, then you can focus on it. The thing I love the most about releasing all this negative energy is just that my reality is becoming more and more kind of wide. I don't know how to call it. Wait. Okay, so let's say it's 2.5 years ago. I'm struggling with my life at 100%. I have no idea who I am. I don't know what reality is. I have no idea what my purpose is. Then I start working on myself. I start meditating and all this shit. And just like that, boom, like a couple months later, I feel so much better. Boom, a wider lens. That's how my reality looks now. You know, it's wider. I know more about me, and so I know more about the world, because the world outside me is only my perception. There's no outside world, actually. It's only me that's producing it in my mind. And when you do it more and more and more, your reality becomes even wider. That's how I feel. That's what I love the most about this process. And I don't know what else to tell you. Just freaking do it. Just get to know yourself. Get to know why you are so negative minded, and figure out why, and your life will become so much freaking better. It's already great right now, you just don't know it. That's also another fact, just so you know. You probably won't find out like some extraordinary stuff. You'll just get to know yourself. You'll just be like, oh, I had this thing since ever. I just didn't know about it, that it was inside me. And that's it. Just practice self-love, just do it. Just focus on yourself. Meditate. Meditation is actually probably the best practice to make all these traumas come out of yourself. I don't know why I didn't mention it earlier. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like super crazy. You don't have to meditate like 10 hours a day. You can just do it 15 minutes a day or something like that, maybe even less for the start. So that's it. I hope you learned something new. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, have fun.